What is going on, Failroaders? I'm Joshua Thomas, and I'm here to watch another Final Fantasy VII trailer, and this one is for Ever Crisis, the mobile game that was supposed to come out like over ago, and yet it got delayed and delayed and delayed, and this is the first trailer that we've gotten since that delay. And the first thing we will notice before I even start the video, first off, welcome to everybody who is here, and I hope that you're getting this video because I have had some connectivity issues. So feel free to comment as I'm watching this. And but yeah, the first thing we see is that it's still just for iOS and Android. So this 6-month delay was not, in fact, to make this multi-platform. I can still dream maybe sometime in the future I will get this, the PC version, but I'm gonna figure out some way that I can capture footage from my phone easily and maybe even do a live stream. Just depends. I attempted to set up a capture card to capture footage from my PS5, and I've had some difficulties with this microphone right here. Like, everything else worked fine except for this microphone. So if y'all have got any tips for me in terms of live streaming with an Elgato, or even just recording with an Elgato, let me know. But anyway, we're here to watch this trailer for Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, so let's get started. I have seen this once before, but that was like over a week ago, and I don't remember much of it. So, let's see. Genesis Rhapsody is calling. We still don't know Sephiroth. Already so much to unpack. Once again, we've got Crisis Core footage, alternate skins, Midgar Falls. Is that what it said? We got some First Soldier content. And First Soldiers battling. Glenn is one of their names. Because I'm a hero. Oh. I forgot about this. Well then. That makes you an enemy. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. Pre-register begins now. Sign up for the closed beta. Missed the closed beta. Hold on. Let's just go back to sign up for the closed beta test on dang it. Pause. For the test on Android, opens June 8th through June 28th, 2023. Limited to specific regions and platforms. And then before that, pre-registration begins now for iOS and Android. Okay, so very interesting. Pre-registration. I don't know if I'll try to get into that because I already have a limited amount of time as it is, and I'm already trying to play through Final Fantasy II, and soon we'll be getting Final Fantasy XVI. That Elgato, once again, was what I was trying to set up so that I could record my playthrough of Final Fantasy XVI, and I don't know how it's going to go. So, but let's rewind. There's certainly not as much to unpack here as in the Rebirth trailer, but we've still got a minute and a half. So let's go back to the beginning. So we're in the middle of some big battle that's just happened. It's raining. We've got Sephiroth here. Let me back it up again. Okay, that's what I wanted to check on, was Sephiroth's hair. It looks like his hair length is comparable to his length of hair in Rebirth. we got Genesis Rhapsodus calling, so he's attempting to call him. It's got plenty of battery power and a good signal, so no worries there. We still don't know Sephiroth. Alright, so here. Barret, we're up. Alright, my time to shine. Let's get back up on that. So, Ever Crisis is going to be a remake, a more faithful remake of the original. And so as we see here, we definitely have some confirmation that we are going to be following the original much more closely, even if some lines of dialogue have changed, because we have Red 13 and Aerith in this containment capsule. And he's got his tail up, he's sort of in an attack stance looking at Aerith, because in the original game, Hojo was going to try to breed Aerith with Red 13 somehow. But anyway, so we've got confirmation that that's in there, which most likely means that once again we're going to be following at least this Midgar portion a lot more closely to the original. I'm liking the art style. We've also got skip over here, and we've got auto. I'm not sure what that entails yet. Then we skip way over to the Crisis Core stuff. This is early game Crisis Core, like the first chapter, I want to say. And then Angeal's talking to Zack. Do you know about dumb apples? No, what is that? Unbelievable. So, once again, pretty faithful retelling of that little scene. Just a snippet of it. Then we've got this Behemoth battle with Zack. We then switch over to some enemies that are fought in Crisis Core, but it looks like we're playing as Tifa in an alternate skin here. And then we have Aerith in an alternate skin. Let me back up. Whoa, that's not where I backed up to. Oh yeah, that's definitely Tifa. So we are in... Is that a stadium? Is that Corneo Coliseum right there? That looks like the door to Corneo Coliseum. It was hard to tell from the background. Let me know what you guys think in the comments if you think that was indeed the Corneo Coliseum. Maybe that's just going to be like a battleground where we can have free-for-alls against various types of enemies and, you know, using different characters. But here we show an alternate skin for Aerith. I think that actually looks pretty cool on her. We've got a Queen Grass Strike and 2 regular Grass Strikes, both or all 3 of them at level 20. We appear to be in the Sector 6 slums, perhaps, but we've got Cloud, Barret, and Aerith in the party, and that never happens when we're in the slums. So once again, we're seeing that there's a strange mix and match of party members that you can have, and then we see all these different abilities that they have down here. I don't know how I feel about these. The ATB gauge up here, and we see the ATB gauge for our characters as well. They seem to be very similar, very close to each other. And then 5 abilities here that all seem to have a different requirement for ATB gauges. Tempest Force ++, Heavenly Strike ++, Ruinra, which is basically a non-elemental magic attack, Thundara, and Cura, which requires the most, it appears. So I'm not sure how the combat system's going to work in here. Like, do you get to choose these abilities ahead of time, or is it just randomly chosen for you based on the ability list that your character has? Like, oh hey, does she have Ruin Materia and Thundera Materia and Cura Materia? Okay, well, she can sometimes get these along with getting a Heavenly Strike or a Tempest ability. So we will see how that goes. We've got some more combat here. Let me back up and see if it gave the name for that. That's a Blade Burst. Let me see if we see another charge up. We didn't actually see the name of that ability, but that appears to be his Blade Burst ability, or something similar to it. So a similar battle as well. Looks like they started the battle over again with the level 20 enemies, because this is the first damage that's being dealt to them. And then up here, it would appear, I'm not going to do the math real quick because I'm not quick at math, but this appears to be the sum of all of the damage that was dealt to these individual enemies. Oh yeah, it says total damage up there. I see it now. Alright. Once again, we're going to back up. Battle Tower. Okay, so maybe this is what's called Battle Tower, but it definitely is reminiscent of the Corneo Coliseum. We've got summon quests that are locked, story quests that are locked. We are home, and it does appear that we're in solo content. And then over here it says Sealed Tower of the Cetra. Take on special battles to obtain character memories. That's interesting. Let's see what else. We've got dungeons, enhancement quests, and then daily quests complete. Okay. So it looks like there's going to be a lot of daily and weekly and monthly sort of grinds that you can do. What you're going to be earning, probably going to be skins and different weapons, and perhaps some unique accessories and armor, perhaps. But it also could just be to gain XP, maybe even some materia. Enhancement quests, not sure what those are going to entail. But then we have growth over here. We've got enhance, we've got the party, then we've got the draw, which we believe is going to be a way of drawing new gear and new skins, that kind of thing. But once again, they have stated that you are going to get new weapons and materia and stuff. You can play the entire game without having to technically spend money on it. You're just not going to get any of the fancy stuff, probably. So there are, you are going to get, I believe, all of the weapons and armor and materia, just like in the original game, for free. Midgar Falls, is that what it said? Let's back up a little bit. Midgar Falls. Interesting. First floor, second floor, third floor. So it looks like this is once again the tower system. First floor recommended power 20,000. Okay, that's interesting. So I wonder if that power is going to be judged by all of our equipment plus character level. Environment effects, allies physical strength plus 50 and allies magic strength plus 50. Common enemies are going to be the Shinra Trooper and the Guardhound. And then initial reward. I don't know if this is experience or what, but we've got 4 of our main characters, the 4 that we first start the game with, or that we meet and are able to play with in Midgar. Minus Red 13. Oh, let me just freeze it here. Let's see. Ifrit Unbound, Charge Speed Strength, Radiant Plume and Hellfire, they're both locked. That we see right here. We got a switch summon button down here. We've got Bind over here. And it says Pact, active. L ability, not sure what that's going to entail. Radiant Plume, 800% fire, elemental, physical, magic damage to one enemy. Pact missions, clear trial of Ifrit, normal 1 times. Progress, 1 of 1, complete. So interesting. Consume 50 stamina in any enhancement quest. This is going to be strange. This is definitely going to... This is giving me a lot of these mobile vibes here. Okay, we bound Ifrit. What did it say right before that? Nodes unlocked. There's so much stuff going on here. This looks like you can play through this game, like the original 10 chapters that will encompass the original game. But then there are different things going on here. I'm not sure if this is just going to be for challenges, or if this also has to do with being able to play through the main storyline of this game and Crisis Core and so on and so forth. So we'll see. Radiant Plumes down here. We've got something here that's +5. Something else +5. So this is some kind of upgrade tree, perhaps. Summon Stream. Then we've got Glenn here. Oop, missed his dialogue. Alright, time for Team Glenn's first inaugural mission. So these guys were in the First Soldier. There really wasn't much of a storyline going on here, but we clearly see that there's going to be First Soldier elements in Ever Crisis. So on top of it being the original Final Fantasy VII, Crisis Core, Before Crisis, Advent Children, and Dirge of Cerberus, we're going to have First Soldier elements in here. And obviously we saw at the very beginning here this scene with Sephiroth, and we're going to see some more here too. There's a Chopper Hostiles. And then we see Glenn, Matt, and Lucia fighting. They've got, let's see, Pineapple Shot, Smoky Shot, Ruinra, Cura, and Blizzara. Let's see, Glenn. Loud is an understatement. I thought monsters were supposed to keep their distance from this place. So we're seeing Balor King. Also level 20. The attacks are cool looking. That did not do a lot of damage. So this is definitely some kind of boss fight. So watch this swing right here, and watch it just takes off a little tick from his meter. And then, once more, we've got some Japanese voiceovers here. 'Cause I'm a hero. Looks like this is supposed to be Glenn. Well then, that makes you an enemy. That looks pretty badass right there. So it's hard to tell how long his hair is, but it appears to be not a young Sephiroth in this segment of this game. So is it like how much is this First Soldier content going to encompass? Like, how many chapters is it going to be? We don't know. And we also don't know at what point this is, and why, if he's a hero, then that makes him his enemy. So a lot to unpack here, and a lot of questions left unanswered, and I think that's kind of what they want. They want us to have unanswered questions. They want us to start pondering what's going on here. And I don't know when we're going to get these chapters available to us, but we've yet to see any Before Crisis stuff, which is something that really interests me, because Before Crisis is one of the only really big story-driven Final Fantasy VII games that I haven't played, because once again it was only ever made available on mobile phones in Japan. And when I say mobile phones, I mean like flip phones, like they were old phones. So there is like a fan-made mod version that you can play, but I'm wanting to wait for this Ever Crisis version to come out. So it could be over the course of the next couple of years that before it comes out too. I could see it being content that they would want to save for like in between Rebirth and the third video game in the remake trilogy. So yeah, so it ends right there. So yeah. His hair does appear to be long right here. So once again, this is the Sephiroth that we know from the more of the Crisis Core and the OG Final Fantasy era. What his intentions are and when exactly this happens along the timeline of the first Soldier events, don't know. There's just not enough information on it right now. But if you guys have any information that I have clearly missed, or if you guys have any thoughts on things that I may have missed in the background, be sure and give a comment. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and thanks for tuning in once again to check out more of my trailer analyses. So we're definitely getting into an exciting time with all this Final Fantasy VII content that's coming out, and just Final Fantasy, the franchise in general. I hope you'll check out more of our videos. I'll be sure and link more at the end of this video once it's done processing, so that you can click on it and check out all of our content for Final Fantasy. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.